Gone with my country self. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly as I adjust this. And also let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. Today we're talking, let me get my trusty iPad. We're talking about traditional success is killing women and how feminine energy changes the game. Hey, New York. Where else are y'all watching from? Come on in, come on in, come on in. So y'all, I'm so excited. For those of you who are not on my email list, I launched my membership, and it's called the Sacred Feminine League. Hey, hey Baton Rouge, hey Texas, and I'm so excited about it. Women are coming in, and I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna tell y'all more about it later on. But first and foremost, we need to talk about how traditional success is killing women and how feminine energy changes the game. So if you are a woman who has been working extremely hard in your business and just, kind of running yourself in circles and you're not really seeing a great return on what's happening in your business or even in your life, you're just not really feeling your results, this is definitely going to be the live for you on how feminine energy is literally going to change the game for you when it comes down to life, when it comes down to business, when it comes down to all aspects of your life. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. And what I do is that I support my amazing clients who are high-performing women solopreneurs. I support those amazing women to sync with their cycles, master their emotions, and generate consistent sales from digital products, services, okay? And this increases their business revenue. So I really love the work that I do. I position women to create innovations that attracts cash flow. And who doesn't want to attract cash flow in the current climate, especially with everything that's going on, okay? Nothing is getting any cheaper. Nothing is going to decrease in price. Nothing is going to just, everything is going up. And it's going to get even higher as time goes on, and you really need to pay attention to that. So instead of making excuses and complaining about how things are, put yourself in position to be paid to be able to prepare for whatever is happening. Okay? That's the best thing that I can tell you. So, and one of the things that we have to stop doing as women is that we really have to stop trying to overwork ourselves and overextend ourselves and thinking that we're going to get some form of reward or some form of hand clap or some form of appreciation. Because I'm going to tell you something, and this is for those who love to call on God about this particular thing. Let me help you out real quick. You're not going to get up there and God's going to say, oh, great job, you hard-working hustler. Well deserved, well done, you hard-working, hustling, hard-working. It's not going to say any of that. So you are literally exhausting yourself for no reason. And to exhaust yourself like that literally positions you to become sick. And I'm trying to support women in not being in that space, because you can't be, how are you going to be successful or have a 6-figure, 7-figure business, 8-figure business, or whatever that looks like when you are not taking care of yourself? And one of the things I'm talking to my clients that I'm meeting with tonight, I'm giving them something called the feminine financial flow formula, which is completely fire on how to be able to make money as a woman without exhausting yourself to oblivion. That's literally a big cheat code that I use, and so I'm going to be giving it to my clients in our meeting. Hey. And so I need you to understand that there's a feminine way to be able to make money. There's a flow to it. You don't have to exhaust yourself to oblivion. Yes, you do have to do work. No, you're not just. And I know. And let me say this too, because a lot of people will talk about attraction and different things like that, right? You absolutely can attract clients, attract people, attract experiences. But the element of attraction that people are not focusing on, where the work lies, is in your magnetism. And this is something that I teach my clients. Like, attraction has a lot to do with, you can have attraction, you can have magnetism, right? But in order to attract, you actually need magnetism. And so the work that needs to be done is what you are actually magnetizing towards you. And a lot of people don't realize that. What are you calling for towards you with what you have on the inside of you? Because what's on the inside of you is actually what is calling out. to those things that are actually attracted to you. And a lot of people don't realize that, and they don't really pay attention to that. So you need to start paying attention to what exactly are you magnetizing your way, because it's very, very important. Okay. And so a lot of women are magnetizing stress, magnetizing more traumatic experiences their way because of the way that they believe and the way that they think and the way that they operate. If you come into scenarios and you are picking up, as soon as you meet somebody, a man, a woman, a child, who, and I'm gonna say child, but as soon as you meet somebody, here you go, they telling you their problems, and what you doing, picking up the bags. And then you want to get mad when they treat you like the bag lady. They are only treating you the way that you act. They are only treating you based on how you presented yourself. So if you present yourself as the hero, if you present yourself as the person who always solving problems, you will always be called on, and you will be the least to be supported. And that's what's happening with a lot of women who make a whole lot of money. They are finding themselves being the person for everybody, but no one is there for themselves, when the reality is you're not there for you. And that's why no one else is there for you, because you're not there for yourself. You have to set the tone for yourself that taking care of you is a priority. If you don't take care of you as a priority, stop expecting a man to come in and take care of you, because it's ridiculous. See, some of y'all are wanting people to come into your life and elevate your experience when you won't elevate your own. And you have the power to elevate your own experience first. And whatever happens, and you inviting people into your space, that amplifies whatever it is that you have already going on. So let's address the things that you have going on, specifically around traditional success and why it's killing women, and why and how feminine energy literally is what changes the game for women. Okay. So again, for those who are joining, I'm El Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this stat real quick. So there's a stat out that says research shows that women in high pressure leadership roles are at 40% higher risk for stress related health conditions such as anxiety, such as IBS, such as heart disease, and reproductive issues such as irregular menstrual cycles. The chronic stress of leadership, combined with the disconnection from their emotional core, is literally deteriorating their health from the inside out. Let me read that one more time, because I need you to digest that. I need you to digest that for a second. Research shows all these women who are running businesses, all these women who are out here like, oh, we getting a bag, we doing this and we doing that. Let me run it to you again. That's not a low percentage. 40% is up there. Research shows that women in high pressure leadership roles, i.e. such as entrepreneurship, i.e. such as being a CEO of your company and your business, i.e. as in being an entrepreneur, okay, are at 40% higher risk for stress-related health conditions such as anxiety, such as IBS, such as heart disease, such as reproductive issues, as irregular cycles, such as irregular cycles. This chronic stress of leadership combined with the disconnection from your emotional core, okay, is literally deteriorating your health from the inside out. So your mindset that you have to do everything, be everything, and you have to work extremely hard. And see, I'm going to tell you what happens to a lot of women who are high performers. You do something really major in your life. I'm talking about you hit a goal that nobody in your family has ever hit, or you hit a goal or do something in your life that no one around you has ever done, and you begin to eat. And I do mean eat. The compliments and the praises and the claps and the approval and all the other stuff that really doesn't matter, right? So you begin to actually eat that, like you just completely digest that. And what happens is the more you digest that, if you're not careful and you're not rooted, the more your ego and the bigger your head gets. So when you find yourself in a season when it's a Kairos season, and that Kairos season is a season of, kind of slowing down, and you're not getting the same results that you were once getting at one point in time, you start doing this thing to yourself on the inside like you're a failure because you haven't repeated what you've done before. And because you can't figure out why you are not repeating what you did before, you start performing and doing all these other things that don't really align with what you did in the first place to get to where you actually were. A lot of women don't understand that the more you lean on compliments, the more you need them. The more you lean into criticisms, the more you get crippled by them. The reason why you are eating these compliments, these claps, and this approval, and all of these things for all of your hard work. Even though, see, they clapping and telling you congratulations for all your hard work while not supporting you, while watching you do it all, while complimenting you and saying you need, girl, you doing that black girl magic. See, they're telling you all of these things, but they're not supporting you. And you are literally drowning on the inside, trying to figure out how you're going to keep up, how you're going to keep this facade up. You need to take off the mask, because working in that energy is not serving you. It literally is deteriorating your health from the inside out. Wearing a mask is stopping you from breathing. And I mean, we all experienced that when we were in COVID. So we all are very clear on what that looks like. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into how this traditional success of working hard and being everything and doing all of these things, how this really impacting women and what's really the issue here. So number one, success on autopilot is literally destroying your health. Most women who are achieving success, while they're doing it from a space of being completely disconnected from their heart space. Okay, thank you. I'll praise to the Most High. I appreciate that. They're doing a lot of that work disconnected from their heart space. I can't tell you how many conversations I have with high level women who are in business, high level women who are CEOs, all these high level positions where they're making a whole lot of money, and the majority of the people in that department or working with them, they've had womb issues, they've had to get hysterectomies. I had one client come to me, and all the women who were in higher level management, all of them have had to get hysterectomies. All of them. All of them. Because the stress has literally overworked their womb into a space that their essence is absent. And so therefore, masses are literally forming within their bodies. And the body can't fight off, because they're not taking care of the body the way they need to by eating the proper chemical energy, or managing their emotions properly. Because they're not doing these things, they're unable to fight off what's actually entering into their body. So they're literally deteriorating from the inside out. Like, it's really not a joke. Anxiety is rooted in two things. Anxiety is rooted in the unknown, and anxiety is rooted in fear of the outcome, right? So it's the unknown, and it's worrying about the outcome. The trick behind all of that the issue behind all of that is that staying in that space actually makes you sick. It weakens your immune system to the point to where it can't fight off illnesses. And, I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say is this. It's easier to fight off something when the body is in a healthier condition. Remember that. Remember, I'm telling you this right now because it's a reason why I'm telling you this, but I cannot go into why I feel like I'm telling you this. The healthier the body is, okay, the harder it is for dis-ease to reside in a space of harmony. I'm going to say that again. The healthier the body is, the harder it is for dis-ease to reside in a body that's harmonious. If you do nothing else, especially if you are in business, get your body in a harmonious state. Get your body in a harmonious state for the things that are coming. A lot of women around me have been doing a lot of work to lose weight, to eat differently, to do these things, and it's for a reason. Something is coming, and I ain't gonna get too heavy in that right now. But what I am gonna tell you is, get your body in a space to where it can fight off things that don't belong, because your body is an intelligent vessel created by the one and only creator of all things. The body is a natural healer of itself, but the body cannot heal itself if the organs are not strong enough to fight, and the organs are not strong enough to fight if you are not feeding the organs fuel. See, a lot of us are eating things that are not fuel, they're filling. And all you're doing is getting clogged. And that's what's happening. And because you're getting clogged, guess what? Your portals are blocked. And when your portals are blocked, you can't be an appropriate channel. You can't be an appropriate vessel for the one that created you. Okay? And the fact that, and if you can't operate as the vessel you were designed to be, you are setting yourself up to live a life of stress, struggle, and being stagnant. Thank you, Chelsea, my love. All praise to the Most High. Like, you need to see this for what it is. And you need to pay attention to what's happening. Nobody's coming to save you. Save yourself. The traditions are nothing. You honoring dead people. Stop honoring these folks by working extremely hard. Look, I want you to look at the lineage of your family, especially if you have women who have exhausted themselves to oblivion, and there seems to be no male principle standing in a lot of your family lineage that's sticking. I need you to start paying attention to what's happening and where their hard work and overexhausting and overextending got them. Ask them. Start asking them real questions and start assessing yourself, because we do what we're trained to do. And I always tell people all the time, when you look at both of your parents, even if one is absent, okay, you are looking at your future if you don't create new cycles. You are either going to become one, you're going to become one or the other. You choose. You choose your cycles. Time is an illusion. Time is about what you cause, the effect of that cause, the pattern you create from that cause, the season you enter into because of that pattern, and the cycle you create that actually manifests in your life. That's what time is. Time is not an illusion. One great gift that I have outside of one of my gifts in regard to patterns, because I see patterns, I'm literally a time alchemist, meaning that I know how to look at any aspect of time and assess it and find a golden moment, find a way to be able to make use of this time to where I'm never in a space of lack. And guess what? I don't experience lack. Anytime anything is happening, anything is going on, I don't experience lack, simply because the Most High supplies all of my needs, and that's embedded in me. That's tattooed on my heart. That is my belief. So no matter what society is saying about what things are happening, I understand that I'm always going to be provided for. I'm always going to be covered. But I have to be found in position, which is to be in alignment. And a lot of people are not in alignment, which is why they're trying to figure out why they're not covered. Imagine it's raining and there's an umbrella where you can actually go and stand under the umbrella, but you choose to stand outside of it and wondering why you're getting wet. You have to take the initiative to go under the umbrella, to go under the covering if you don't want to get wet. See, a lot of y'all don't want to go under the covering. That's why you continue to get wet. You're going to have to make some hard decisions. The only way to get through this is to go within. And y'all are going to have to stop avoiding going within and dealing with the reality of who you are and where you are if you want something different. Okay? Because that success on autopilot is killing y'all. See, a lot of your favorites that you're seeing that's making all this money and that's doing all these things, these women are exhausted. How I know? Because they're coming to see me. They're coming to see me because, yes, they're excellent at achieving. We were raised, a lot of millennial women were raised to achieve. We were raised to be great. We were raised to do this. We were raised to do. We weren't raised to love ourselves. We weren't raised to honor ourselves. We weren't raised to take care of ourselves. We weren't raised to prioritize ourselves. We weren't raised to serve ourselves. We were raised to serve everyone else, and our no was snatched from us. And you need to learn the power of your no again. See, that's what I'm doing in the sacred feminine community. We are having energetic sovereignty over there. See, a lot of y'all don't have energetic sovereignty, and that's a problem. You don't have power over your own energy. You don't have control over your emotions. Who told you you couldn't? You can control how you feel. Who told you couldn't? The reason why you feel like you can't control the way that you feel is because you're not controlling the thoughts that are allowed to stay within your mind. And the reason why you can't control the thoughts, or you allow these thoughts to stay within your mind, is because you allow any and everything to get access to your gates. Your eyes, your ears, your vagina, all that. You allow any and everything to get access to your gates. That's why you have no control over your mind. That's why you have no control over your emotions. That's why you have no power. That's why you can't create money for yourself. That's why you can't create opportunity that attracts monetary opportunity. That's why your name is not being put in rooms despite how gifted you are. Because you are disconnected from yourself. You're on autopilot. And it's beneath you. How is that serving you? It's not. Right? The second thing of why traditional success is killing women and how feminine energy truly changes the game is that you realize that your mindset and your willpower are not enough. See, women who are very successful in these realms have been able to shift their mindsets and know, yes, I can make this amount of money. Yes, because once you understand the dynamics of energetics, you realize how easy it is for you to be able to make money. It's very easy, right? So it's easy to get into the space of shifting your mindset. Hey, my love. And it's easy to take action once you've shifted your mindset that you want to make this amount of money. But you know what's very difficult about that? When you don't have emotional mastery, though, you can't sustain it. Y'all want to see, and I'm not going to touch this, but I'm going to tap it a little bit. Y'all see that man who got arrested by the feds? I ain't going to say his name. But y'all see that man that got arrested by the feds? That's a man that lacked emotional mastery. And the reason why that man lacked emotional mastery because that man continuously violated spiritual law. Just because you're able to activate your mindset and use your willpower to be able to create amazing things and make boatloads of money. See, when you don't deal with who you are and you don't deal with your demons, they begin to deal with you. They begin to reveal themselves. And the interesting thing that you need to understand about the demons, i.e. the minions that have been on assignment to watch you your entire life, because what you need to know is that those entities, they don't never get off assignment, even though you do, even though you get off assignment, even though you don't do what you're supposed to do, even though you don't follow the vision, they don't never miss. They are always sitting, watching, waiting for you to do one thing, to give them any ounce of anything that can be used against you. They are always sitting, watching, waiting for any vessel to jump into that you claim you desire so much so they can show out and really see what you got going on. See, they don't miss. They don't miss when it comes down to watching you. And when you don't deal with the vices and the things that are within you, when you don't heal those inner child wounds, when you don't deal with your issues, they begin to deal with you. And the one thing about these minions, these demons, they wait until you get to a high level. They wait till you get real high up and you get real comfortable because you feel so powerful that you think that you are the creator. And it's at that moment when you are at the heights of heights, when you feel like you are comfortable, you finally can relax. You can do this and you can do that. That's exactly when they expose you. They shine the light in your closet. That man, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a powerful lesson real quick, and then I'm going to move forward. What you need to understand about that man that was arrested by the feds, if you learn nothing else, learn this lesson right here. And I've been telling y'all this for about 2 years now. But I'm going to tell you a different way. You may be able to break the rules because all the rules are fake. You may be able to skirt and skate around legalities because it's possible, right? But the one thing that you can never run from is law. Spiritual law is something that you will never run from. You will always face you at the end of the day. You will always face you. See, the rules are fake, so you can break them. Because and people say, well, what do you mean? Here's why rules are fake. Because there's normally always an exception to the rule. And if there's an exception to the rule, then that means that that rule can't regulate. And how can a rule regulate? How can a rule actually, if there's no regulation, there's no order.
If there's no regulation there, if there's no order, and if it's not order, that means that it's not law. That's why rules get... See, y'all be like, how this person keep breaking the law? That's because y'all don't know the difference between rules, legalities, and law. That ain't the same thing. Y'all better start paying attention. There is only one law. There is only one law, and that's spiritual law. Underneath that, you have dynamics of natural. There is only one law. You are used to dealing with the legal system. How you keep getting away with it? Because you can skirt and skate around legalities, baby. How does this person win? That's breaking the rules, because there's always an exception to the rule, baby. The rules are fake. So y'all better understand something about this, the space that you live in. There are rules, there are legalities, and there are laws. That man broke rules. That man skated and skirted around legalities. That man could never avoid law. And that's what you better know. I feel terrible for his children. And I feel terrible for his children because how dare you push your family forward just to take your lineage and your legacy back 12 steps. One giant leap forward. And because we couldn't master our emotions, because we couldn't deal with the reality of who we are, because we couldn't face ourselves, because we wouldn't look in the mirror, because we didn't know how to operate in power dynamics, because we abused what we were given, we have set the entire lineage back 12 steps. Those poor children. Those poor children. They didn't ask for that. But see, that's what happens when you don't master your emotions. When you don't master your energy and motion, that's what happens. People don't change when they get things. People don't change when they get in a relationship. People don't change when they get money. People don't change when they elevate. People realize they have choices and they choose what they would have wanted from the get-go. Baby, they just were doing what they needed to do to get by. You need to pay attention. People get over on you because you're not a master of your emotions. Y'all don't realize that a lot of men desire a reaction from you. And you don't know how to not give one because you gotta be right. You can't be disrespected. But yet you disrespect yourself by even opening your mouth, because why would you give something power that doesn't deserve it? Or energy that doesn't deserve it? See, we make that mistake as women and then we wonder why we get played. Let me go to this. Like I said, you've been told that mindset and willpower are the keys to success. It ain't. That ain't all you need. That's not all you need. Without emotional mastery, you're setting yourself off a burnout and a good clock out, as you see witnessing with the man who got arrested by the feds. Y'all better hold on to y'all integrity, or whatever you feel like you have is going to get snatched. We are going into the year of 9, like I explained to y'all. And spiritually, when you think about 9, think about the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Think about how it takes 9 months for a baby to enter into this world. We're talking about completeness. We're talking about finality. We're talking about judgment. And see, 2024 is an 8 year. We're talking about new beginnings. This is your time, and this has been the year for many to create new beginnings and have the awakening, because in 2025 is judgment season. And you will be judged by your fruit. And the seeds that you plant here in 2024 are a lot of the things, and that you've been planting are it's coming up. So you need to really be paying attention to that. Number 3, feminine energy is the most powerful business tool that you have ever known. And they've been doing it right under our noses the whole time. The feminine is inspirational. The feminine is a muse. The feminine is, she just is magnetic. She's irresistible. That's what the feminine is, right? And when you understand that, It's irresistible. It's inspirational. You use it. You sift it. And that's what society has done for a very long time. Which is why when they want to sell anything, they put a fine, sexy, gorgeous woman in the forefront. Because they understand the element of attraction and magnetism, and that people are going to be magnetized by seeing her beauty. Because why? Beauty is currency. See, a lot of people don't understand that either. Beauty is currency, and they will use a woman's beauty currency to be able to get the currency of money. See, y'all not really paying attention to how advertisements are actually feminine. That's not a male direct sales knocking on your door. Will you buy my knives? Will you buy my vacuum cleaners? Will you do this? Calling people on the phone. That's masculine sales. That's direct. That's in your face. That's right there. It's the sneakiness. It's the sly. It's the flexibility. It's the ease of the feminine woman. Is that just tempts you and wants you to investigate more. That is what they use. They use your own goodness against you. You won't even use your goodness. They use your goodness and your likeness for evil, and you won't even tap into your goodness and your essence for your own good. They trick you into doing the opposite of what comes natural to you while studying you and stealing and sifting your energy to create realities that they cash in on. That's what these corporations do. That's what these companies do. That's what a lot of men do. Y'all ain't never paid attention to how he took you decided that you were going to introduce him to this restaurant because you were just so, and next thing you know, baby, he putting somebody else on a restaurant. He putting the next one on the restaurant that you put him on. He putting the next one on the knowledge that you put him on. Baby, they will sift your energy, take it, and serve it to somebody else on a platter. Thank you, my love, for these gifts, as if it never even came from you. Because you don't recognize your own essence. Because you don't recognize your own power. Society has stolen, and made you stagnant, all while conditioning you to believe that feminine energy is weak. It's docile, it's mild, it's low. Baby, there is light and then there's dark feminine. There is the woman who is ease, and there is the warrior. And you need to reintroduce yourself to both. Because not knowing yourself is exactly how they've been able to trick you and tell you exactly who you are. And you believe them. You believe them. You believe that femininity is weak. But in reality, it is the potent tool that they use to get you to buy into what they want you to buy into. How are you going to let these people use you against you, use your essence against you? They're able to use your essence against you because you don't know who you are. You don't know that you were created in the image of the Creator, so you have a godlike nature. You don't understand that you have the character and the boldness of the one that created you, so you don't operate from that frequency. You don't understand that you have dominion over the spaces, that this earth should not dominate you. You actually should be dominating it. But you know who does know these things? Society. That's why they trick you into believing feminine energy is weak. That's why they trick you into it, because if you're not tapping into it, then you're operating with a massive blind spot. That's why the things that you are trying to do are not working out for you, because you're not working with your authentic energy. You're working against it. And so guess what? The body starts to fight against you because you're working against it. You're not in harmony because you think you can just push through. Okay. Keep listening to them. Number 4. Okay. Here's the 4th reason why traditional success is killing women and how feminine energy changes the game. All right. The 4th reason is that women have been programmed to sacrifice themselves. We've been programmed to be slaves. That's because we spend a lot of our reality being that. And I'm not talking about it from a sense of just lineage-wise. I'm speaking about it specifically from the way a lot of us were grown up. I'm the oldest daughter, right? Y'all, if you're oldest daughter, you feel it. And you understand the pressures and the different things that comes with being the oldest daughter, especially if you're the first child because you're the trial and error kid. Okay. I personally was raised to my family is very core, which is very still important to me. But a lot of us were raised that you need to put everyone else before you. Okay? And that success is going to come through self-sacrifice. That's why we choose the men that we choose that treat us like they treat, That's why. Because you feel like, and you've been trained to believe that putting everyone else before you is what's going to push you to become successful, because success is about self-sacrifice. It's about you dying to self. Y'all hear people talk about you need to die to self. I mean, yeah, real. There are definitely elements you need to die to self. But you don't you don't not prioritize yourself. You don't not preserve yourself. These are things that you do not do because that mindset is so outdated and it's toxic. And when I say, I don't even really say toxic, but it's toxic because I need the definition to be clear. Toxic means a slow poison. It slowly kills you to self-sacrifice. I need you to know that. Toxic means a slow poison. You are poisoning yourself slowly when you self-sacrifice. I need you to understand that. You are slowly taking yourself out of here by trying to believe that you have to go through. And I'm going to tell you, the church has this so bad. The church has really messed a lot of women up. And let me, correction. Oh, direct correction. Because the church is the body. A lot of misinterpreted, misquoted, unresearched scripture has been taught in a way to make women stay in scenarios in marriages that literally are killing them in every sense of the word. None of that is of God. I want y'all to start reading for yourselves. None of that is of God. Start really reading for yourself. And then another thing too for us, that self-sacrificing, stupid stuff that we be doing. The reason why I'm calling this stupid is because I'm finna tap into something else real quick. Let me explain something. When you read in scripture, it talks about husbands loving wives and wives respecting husbands. Okay? This self-sacrificing, one element of self-sacrificing that people need to pay attention to, women, when you marry a man for potential, you are you're making yourself a martyr. See, let's not even be cute about it. When you marry a man based on potential, or you date a man based on potential, you are choosing to be a martyr. You are choosing to self-sacrifice. And you ain't got no business trying to be nobody's savior. Point blank, period, the end. That is that mindset that says you have to sacrifice so he can become who he needs to become. Let me help you out. It tells you in scripture that women, you should respect your husband. It don't even tell. You notice how it tells men to love their wives and it tells women to respect their husbands. You want some tea on that, on what that is, what they really hitting on? Let me go ahead and tell you. The reason why this is so important, that you should not marry a man for potential or date men based on potential solely, it's simply because you can't respect the man you trying to create. But on ting, you can't respect the man you trying to change. You can't respect the man you trying to make him grow and evolve at the rate that you want him to evolve. If you can't accept him at that moment right there, if you can't make a decision that you will be with him for the rest of his life, if he never changed, you need to leave that man alone, because you are now, if you do marry him, you're going to become a martyr. And I don't feel sorry for you, because it tells you in scripture to marry a man you respect. And you can't marry a man, and you can't respect a man that you gotta raise. And that's exactly what you are doing. That's why I got close, because I need you to know. You can't respect a man that you have to raise. So if you have to raise him, then you need to release him. because that's your self-sacrificing programming talking. Oh, I can just help him because little miss, I'm gonna help everybody in my house. Little miss, I'm gonna be the backbone for everybody. Little miss, I'm gonna do it. And then when those dynamics show up and that man ain't helping you, when you start having babies and you talking about, yeah, see, that's how they, oh God. See, that's how you become a married single mother. Because you know they have those. You know they have those. Women that have entered into partnerships that don't even honor them, don't love them. See, and that's the thing. That's why you marry a man you respect, and you also have to understand that a man is to love you, and love is an action word, baby. So if his actions ain't hitting on love, I don't care what he says. I don't care what he says. Love is an action word. See, one of the things my mother always raised, you couldn't just, my mama is so real with it. Let me just tell you. My mama is a realist to the heart. And sometimes it's like, oh my God, please don't. But she's a realist. And my mother always said, if we were doing things that weren't showing love and be like, I love you, she'd be like, I hear what you say, but I watch what you do. Love is an action word. And she ain't never lied. Men are action based. They are action based creations. The pattern is all throughout scripture. Men are action based. We are communicative with the way we look, with our energy, the way we smell, all of these things. We communicate something. We naturally do that. Men are action based. So we may say something and that may be what it is. But what they do, that's what it is. And that's what you need to understand. So if he does nothing when you meet him, well, the potential that you see, you are in the presence of wasted energy. And unless you want to self-sacrifice and build that energy up and amplify that energy, using all of your resources, go off. Not me though. Because no, all of your resources, go off. Not me though. Because normally the dynamic of that doesn't work out in the favor of the woman, hardly ever. It's normally never really beneficial to the woman or healthy for the woman. But y'all go off and do what y'all want. I just saw a post where it was a guy talking about this very thing. Like, but y'all go off. You've been programmed to sacrifice yourself and you need to stop. That's why you keep choosing potential. Feminine women are only interested in kinetic energy. See, the difference between potential energy and kinetic energy is, I'll give you this analogy. I want you to think about a wrecking ball, right? You got a wrecking ball and it's just sitting there. There's somebody in the truck, but the wrecking ball is sitting there and you can see that this ball is powerful. It's like massive. It really can do some damage. It can really do something, but it's just sitting there, not moving. Wasted energy. But baby, when all somebody got to do is push the button, and that potential energy starts moving and hits a wall, boom, knocks everything down. That is kinetic energy. See, I only date men with kinetic energy. Don't tell me what you want to do, baby. Show me what you've done. Because if you come over here, it's because you already see what it is or how I can amplify what it is that's within you. So show me what I've done that I need to amplify. Show me what you've done for me to amplify. Show me what you've initiated for me to reciprocate. Make it clear to me. Because I'm not a martyr. And I'm not self-sacrificing. This ain't that. Now, that was my form of training. But I looked at the lineage of the women in my family and I saw where that got them. Sick, sad, and left. I don't care how much you martyr and you sacrifice for a person, baby. If they've decided in their mind that you ain't it, they want to use you and get to the next level, that's what they gonna do. That's why you have to preserve yourself. Like I said in a TikTok that I'm gonna post later on, baby, let me tell you something. It's selfish season. And if you don't tighten up, you will lose your crown. That's where we at in the world. Hear me when I say this. It's selfish season, not self-centered. Don't be confused. Don't be confused. Because self-centeredness means that you think the entire world revolves around you. And that ain't the tea. That ain't the truth. But to be selfish means to be about one's own interests, about one's own well-being, about one's own health. It is selfish season. You need to tighten up, or you will be robbed of your crown, because there are thieves everywhere and they are thirsty. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the next one. Next reason why or how traditional success is killing women and how feminine energy is literally what changes the game. Your body is literally it's screaming for you to reconnect at this point. The stress, the exhaustion, the health issues, they're not a price of success. They're signals from your body telling you how disconnected you are from yourself. Your body will be warning you for 10 years before a fibroid even shows up. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Your body will be warning you for 10 and 20 and 30 years before it. Your liver will warn you for 30 years before you start to go blind, because it can no longer give the nourishing blood to your eyes so you can see. You will get warnings in your body, but society will tell you, oh, that's just this. Your body is an intelligent vessel that heals itself. And you are the one who is walking in this vessel. You know when something's off. You know when the math ain't mathing. But no, you're not really paying attention to that because you're just thinking it's normal. I get sick every time in this season. I always get sick, around this time when it's winter time. And that's why you always get sick. You're not paying attention to the pattern of what's happening in your body around that time and why it can't fight off what's entering into your space. You're not paying attention to when your body is not at its healthy space. Like you don't know what time it is. Why don't you know what time it is with yourself? When you don't know what time it is with you, people start to clock you. Don't you forget that. When you are unaware of the time, that's how you get clocked. You should always know what time it is with you. You should always know what's going on with you. These signals that you're getting with these psychosomatic illnesses, that's your body letting you know that you're disconnected from your emotional core, and it's going to lead to a nervous breakdown. That's how it starts. That's how it starts. People don't just have a nervous breakdown. That's years and years and years and years and years and years and years of piling those things on. That don't just happen. If the job didn't make you have a breakdown, baby, your inability to say no is why you breaking down. And you still ain't learned your lesson. You're not listening. You're not listening. And it's killing you. Internally and externally. And what kind of quality of life is that? How you gonna be $1 million business owner? And what kind of quality of life is that? How you gonna be $1 million business owner? It's the lies. It's the lies we tell. Because how you going to do that? How you going to be a business owner like that? You can't. I know I can't. See, if my body down, I can't focus, baby. It really messes because in my mind, I'm like, hold on, let me start assessing what's going on about it, what I've been doing, what's da-da-da. If I can't do what I need to do, baby, they do something to me. Like, y'all need to start paying attention. Ignoring your signals is going to lead to you having a breakdown. Okay? Lastly, these traditional business strategies are killing women. Most business strategies are designed for men. They are. Most business strategies are designed for men, and they encourage women to ignore their emotional and physical needs. If you don't believe me, look at the corporate system. Why do they make y'all work during your cycle? Because they want y'all to be exhausted. Why? I'm going to tell you. They want you dependent upon them. Why? I'm going to tell you. Because if you're working extremely hard during your cycle, that's going to throw off your entire rhythm. It's going to throw off your entire rhythm for the next month. It's going to make you more stressed. And as you are getting more stressed on that job, you're going to need more money to be able to take care of yourself, because they're going to make more recommendations about what you should be doing. Oh, you need to go to therapy. Oh, you need to take this medicine. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do that. Oh, you need to do this. Hey, my love. All praise to the Most High for that healing. They know what they're doing. When you are exhausting yourself to oblivion by working like that, you become dependent upon that system because you need them. Now you feel like you need that money because you need to go pay for all these things you done racked up because that job stressed you out. Baby, let me tell you something. They stress you out, make you sick, sell you a solution, and make you stagnant because you're dependent on them with that little salary. That's how they get you. But that's what happens when you sign that contract. It's kind of like you enter into a soul contract. And if you don't mean, and let me tell you something. Let me put you on game. Your soul is comprised of your mindset, your heart set, and your willpower. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna give y'all all this today. We sell our souls more than we realize. When you sign that contract, you go under a spell, a performance spell, right? Because it's not really what you wanted to do. This is not really what you wanted to do with your life. You just did this to get the money, right? So you put your soul under contract. You put your mind under contract. You put your heart under contract. You put your willpower under contract to work someone else's assignment. And you wonder why you're not happy? You wonder why you stress after 6 months when the honeymoon period is worn off and you realize that money really ain't enough money for what it is that you're doing and what you're giving. You feel like in a unequally yoked relationship. You feel like in a relationship that has unrequited love. Yeah, it's because you signed your soul away on that contract. You signed yourself into a space where you sell yourself for cheap. You perform for approval. You hope that they promote you, and when they don't, you get stagnant in progressing, and you just stay there. And then you're there so long that you just like, I may as well stay. What else I'm gonna do? That's what you put your soul under contract. God, I think I was gonna tell y'all that. Stop putting your soul under contract. Especially with corporations that don't care about you. For real. Girl, I've said that for years. Nursing is like an abusive relationship. Wow, child. Listen. Those are the reasons why, right? That the traditional success is really killing women. But here's the solution, and here's what has to happen. There are several things that you're gonna need to do to be able to kind of get out of this abusive relationship you have with yourself and with this system. We have Stockholm syndrome with a system that abuses. And Stockholm syndrome is basically, still feeling connected or having to be or having a love kind of hate relationship with your abuser. And that's where a lot of us are. And I want you to come out of that relationship with yourself, especially when it comes down to your business. And so I created a community to support women with that called the Sacred Feminine League. Okay? And the Sacred Feminine League is going to be a 90-day process where I'm going to meet with women. I'm not going live like I usually do because I need to I've already explained to you guys I'm conserving my energy in this season, so I will only be going live on Wisdom Wednesdays as of right now. To get any other access to live content and different things that I'm going to be doing as far as lives like this, you're going to have to be in community with me, whether it is a paid member of my YouTube subscriber channel. But the best benefit of it would be for you to be in the Sacred Feminine League. Here's some of the topics that women are going to learn, because I'm really, the stuff I can't say, I'm going to say it in those spaces. Okay? This community is going to be $150 a month if you get it before Saturday morning. If you get it after Saturday morning, it's going to be $197. This is what you're going to learn by working with me. You're going to elevate into a quantum leap mindset. You're going to learn energetic sovereignty. You're going to learn feminine polarity and leadership. You're going to learn spiritual wealth consciousness. You're going to learn manifesting through spiritual and scriptural law. You're going to learn radical self-authority. You're going to learn the art of receiving without sacrifice. You are going to learn spiritual leadership and disruption. You are going to learn conscious creation versus hustle culture. And you are going to learn about the divine feminine reset that is happening right now in this world. And if you are not paying attention to it, you will get left behind. In this community, I will not be talking about psychosyncing. I won't be talking about emotional intelligence training or regulation. This or income strategies. This right here is spiritual and mindset mastery so that you can get in position to manage your emotions. You're not ready to manage your emotions. You can't. You don't have spiritual mindset mastery yet. You don't have sovereignty over yourself. And if you give me these 90 days, you'll have that. If you implement these things, if you're not afraid, this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to be diving deep weekly into soul-driven leadership. I'm going to have about 1 to 2 sessions every week on YouTube with my specific clients. You're going to learn how to activate your spiritual power and sharpen your mindset for radical transformation if that's where you are and that's what you really want. So I'm going to cap this membership, okay? I'm going to cap this membership at 30 members. Women have already started coming in. We start on 9/23. As soon as you come into the community, the first thing you're going to see is the manifesto, the meditation. You're going to get, it's as soon as you come in, we getting into it. And you introducing yourself, we have our own community forum, okay? You are going to have an exclusive league forum, and in this forum, you gain access to a space where it's private and it's bold thinkers. It's raw, unfiltered conversations about spiritual mastery and leadership. It is 100% rooted in what it is, okay? This is you becoming a part of an elite network of women who were designed to not fit in, but literally who were designed to lead. They're not trying to, follow the status quo and hustle and work hard like men. They want to keep their feminine essence, and they want to be able to make the type of money they want to make and live the type of life they want to live. They want to be masters of themselves, because in order for you to master anything outside of yourself, from your money, from your relationships, from your business, you have to act from a space of mastery within yourself. So if you are a woman who is prepared to raise her consciousness and her self-concept and do her real work, then this is going to be the community for you, because we're not holding back. And like I said, the stuff that I can't say, I'm going to say. I can't say on here, I'm going to say. Like I said, you can click the link in the bio to get more information about that. It's $150 a month right now. But if you get it after Saturday morning, like I said, it's going to be $197 a month. And this community is going to be amazing. I'm capping it at 30 women. Because these women are going to go into 2025 extremely sound. Because let me tell you something. If you don't do nothing else, you need to make sure you can hear before you leave 2024. If you were confused about your voice and the voice of the one that created you before you leave, you better get that clear about the direction that you're going in. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. 2025 is going to start something. And I'm not saying it's going to be January. I'm not even going into when. But what I am telling you is going to activate something. and you want to be in alignment when that thing activates, trust me. And being in alignment looks like being at the right place, at the right time, in the right position in order to receive. If any of those elements are off balance, you block your ability to receive. And you're going to need that channel to be clear for 2025. Believe me. And beyond. Especially the next 2 years. Yeah. For real. What questions do you guys have for me? Click the link in the bio to be able to find out more about the Sacred Feminine League. Like I said, women have already started coming in. I'm very, very excited about this community. Yeah, because I get to say the things in depth that I really want to say that I can't say on here. So what questions do you guys have for me today? Before I get ready to get off here, because y'all know I'm going to go eat something. So what questions do you guys have in regard to the content that I delivered today? And what questions do you have just in general, if any? I'm going to give it a few minutes and then I'm gonna go. Y'all see my tulips my best friend bought me? She is so everything. I'm on a digital nomad assignment. I came to actually see her. So she having these amazing tulips to welcome me. See how I'm just well loved by my people, okay? I am well loved by my people. Look at somebody just signed up for the Sacred Feminine League. I just got the notification. Welcome. We're starting on the 23rd. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I miss going live with y'all all the time. But I'm telling y'all, I told y'all to pay attention to what's happening. I told y'all I wasn't always gonna be as easily accessible. If you see me pulling back, and I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something, so hear me, okay? If you see me pulling back my energy, and I am a person who keeps reserves of energy because I'm very aligned with my body and how I operate. When you see me pulling back, something is going on. And I am being called to pull back because I need to focus my energy in other aspects. Okay? And I want you to understand, just y'all, get in community where you need to be in. Trust me. Get in the community. If you're being led to come in, work with me in the community, in the Feminine Sacred League, come on in. Because we're not wasting any time. We're not playing. We already got the sessions already laid out of how this finna go. We are tapping into the space. We're having sovereignty over here. And the biggest thing that you're going to need is spiritual mastery, especially in the area of energetic sovereignty. You need to be able to control your energy and motion. Because they are doing things that are going to impact it so serious. I want to say this. There is an attack, of course we know, but there's an attack on your physical body, on your chemical energy, and there's attack on your energy and motion. And it's not a coincidence that they are attacking that, because if you were in my free masterclass and that one talking about the cycles, congratulations, somebody else just joined the Feminine League, the Sacred Feminine League. Your chemical energy and your energy and motion is how you create. There's a connection between your cycle and your brain. If your chemical energy is off, meaning the food that you're taking in is not food, is not nourishing to the body. If your energy and motion is constantly off, you are constantly in a state of anxiety and fear, you can't create. And if you can't create, there are no innovations. And if there are no innovations, there is no income. And if there's no income and there's consistent inflation, you are going to consistently be stressed. And you're going to stress yourself into sickness. And that sickness is going to make you stagnant because you have to depend on a system that sets you up to stress you out. It is absolute spiritual warfare. And they are doing it through the body, they are doing it through the mind. That is why it tells you in Colossians 3:2 to set your mind on things that are above. I'm telling y'all, I be trying to tell y'all without telling y'all. Please, don't play yourself in this season. Get in the communities that are going to support you. Get in the communities where people are making plans and people are putting you in position, because it's a lot happening. And one of the major reasons why my energy is being called back to me as far as what I need to do and what I'm being commanded to do, it's going on YouTube, is that how can I say this? I can't be a motivator or a hope drug. And a lot of people will try to sift that from me. Hope is over with. Motivation isn't for me. Hope is over with. Motivation isn't doesn't create miracles. It's your movement that makes a difference. It's the actions you take. It's the seeds that you sow. And I'm telling you, in this season, get in community, sow your seeds, break those cycles, create new ones before this year ends. Do it all before December 31st, 2024. Because what you do now is what you will be locked into. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. And you don't want to be locked in a cycle of chaos. The world is going to be more chaos. You don't want chaos in your vessel. You can't create like that. Women are here we are incubators, and we are here to bring life. It's not always in the form of a child. Some of us bring life with the words we speak. Some of us bring life with our creation. Some of us bring life with our energies. You need to figure out how you bring life. But you need to first bring life to yourself. And if you don't know how to bring life to yourself, it's because of a lack of spiritual and mental mastery. And if you are ready to get in a state of spiritual and mental mastery, you need to be in the sacred feminine league. Because that is what we're doing. I'm only working with masters now. All right? So, I don't see any questions. So I'm going to let y'all go so I can go eat with my best friend. Congratulations to the women who have joined the Sacred Feminine League. We will take off on 9/23. You are getting access to your goodies right now for those who are joining in. And make sure that you tap into those and you follow the instructions. And I will join you over there in a bit, because I'm just going to start talking and posting and loving on y'all and giving y'all what y'all need and setting the energetic tone. All right? I appreciate y'all. Happy Wisdom Wednesday. I will see you guys again next Wednesday, because I will only, like I said, now be doing my lives on Wisdom Wednesday, and I will be dropping the wisdom. So if you want to be in community, you know where to find me. Click the link in the bio. If you need any of my products or services, click the link in the bio. You're ready to make money. You're ready to master your emotions. You're ready to cycle sync. Get in my bio, okay? All right, peace, y'all. Hope that y'all have an amazing Wednesday. Well, let's say Wisdom Wednesday, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.